All right, guys, it is the big, scary topic. It's the telephone! I know we hear it a lot that the telephone is this really scary device that nobody wants to use anymore. But we will tell you from our experience is that clients love using the telephone, and we actually love using the telephone with our clients because it gives them a better experience, and especially even new inquiries. It lets us get to know them and really talk to them and really start to make that connection. Now, I know a lot of people might be afraid of just voice talking on the phone, but you can always Skype, you can always FaceTime, you can always do something like that too. The phone for me is a great way to kind of connect with people and to start building that relationship without actually having to go and meet them in person until we kind of do that initial consult of, are we even the right fit?
Absolutely. The phone is super important. I understand that it can be a little overwhelming, a little scary, but at the end of the day, you're a business owner. This is something that you do need to overcome. And I hope it does get easier with time, but think of it from their perspective. If someone tries to call you, tries to leave a message and wants to hear from you, and you don't call them back, maybe you have the best intentions, but I think they're just going to see it as rude. I think it doesn't come across professional. And I think, that's something obviously to stay away from. So you're going to want to call them back. And if it is the sort of thing where you think, oh, it's just going to be the worst case scenario, it's going to be the worst phone call, that is a great thing that you can practice. You can kind of get ahead of that by having a friend, a spouse, maybe even another pet photographer call you and say whatever you want them to say. They can ask the questions that maybe you're scared to get, the things that you want to hear, because it's good to know how to respond to negative phone calls as well as it is to those positive ones.
Hey, Allison, I just got my photos and I hate them.
No.
I hate them all. They're so awful and you're terrible. And no one calls and says that, guys.
But at the same time, we have gotten those phone calls of clients in tears and so happy over their photos. So it just, you can practice both ends of the spectrum. And also the super common questions are really important to practice too. How about that client that just glazed over your website, didn't look at the prices, just wanted to call you right off the bat before getting into any of those details? You want to be able to have a quick answer to how much are your sessions? How does this work?
Absolutely. It's such a key thing that you have to know. But the great thing about getting someone on the phone is that it's your job to talk about them. It's your job to ask them questions about themselves and about their pets. And really, you just have to listen. You have to listen to what they're saying and then start coming up with ideas so that when it is time for you to speak, you can present them with, okay, well, you love hiking, so why don't we go out on a hike with your dog and we can get some really great special memories? And they go, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. And then you say, are you ready to book? And they say, yes, I am. And you say, fantastic.
Being able to talk on the phone and really truly listen to what people are saying is going to let you provide them with a higher level of service. It's going to let you wow them even from that first phone call. It's a really, really powerful medium. So that's why we wanted to make sure that you knew how we felt about it. It is so important. Being scared, being nervous, being overwhelmed is definitely a feeling that you need to overcome, and hopefully you will with time. Maybe you have a script written down sitting in front of you that you're ready to read right off of. That's okay.
It's okay. Have a little cheat sheet. Have questions that you like to ask people to start leading into the conversation. It's fine. They don't know that it's a script.
In the vast majority of phone calls, you're not going to get put on the spot. It's really about you listening to them and asking the right questions of them. So think of phone calls that way. Don't think of them as scary or as intimidating, because you're definitely going to get better and more confident with time. And it's just a super, super important tool to be able to use.
And if somebody does ask you a question that you don't necessarily have the answer for, or if someone is asking for something that isn't on your typical price menu, it's okay to not give them a price over the phone. In fact, I highly encourage you not to. I highly encourage you to say, you know what? I am more than happy to work up a quote for you. Let me get back to you on that.
And if you give people a set time frame in which you promise to get back to them, and you get back to them in that time frame, then that's absolutely all that they can expect of you, because they know they're asking something special, asking something out of the ordinary. So you want to be able to take your time so that you don't rush into something and quote something or say something that you regret later on. So take your time.
But honestly, picking up the phone can be a huge differentiator between you and the next business. It really does make a difference.
And oftentimes speed makes a difference too. If someone calls me and I miss that phone call, I don't wait 48 hours to call them back. I call them back as soon as I possibly can.
Right. And think about too, Facebook messages, text messages, they're really unprofessional. Emails, emails were kind of built to be professional, so they're a little bit better. But certainly getting somebody on the phone and having that personal experience, because we are selling a personal experience.
Yep.
That's what this all is, and you need people to fall in love with you, but it also is important for you to make sure that you're the right fit. So a phone call is honestly a fantastic way to do that.
Absolutely. Have fun on the phone.
You can do it.